Hi. Hi, everybody. I'm so sorry I'm late. Hi, Edna.
Hey, Michelle, how are you?
Okay, I'm sorry I'm late. You know,
That's fine.
I'll tell you.
Hi.
Hi, Vrushti. So, of
Hi.
course, we have to call Daviny.
That's all right. I was just worried I was in the wrong spot, and I knew Vrushti was also wondering.
Okay, I'm going to call Daviny now.
Okay. Look at the big crowd. How nice.
So I'll introduce you to them. So Rasiklal Shah is my grandpa, and Shrena Gala, that one over there, they're my cousin, and
Okay.
on my dad's side, and then that's my family, the Raj Shitya, and Ridan, Mamta, and Parag. They're Ridan's my and Mamta and Parag are my uncle and aunt.
That's so wonderful. That's so nice to see you. Is everybody in Albuquerque or are people all over?
Okay, so my cousins and my grandparents are in India, but my aunt and uncle are in Philadelphia.
Oh, wow. So really many time zones.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't think it's fair that all your family is here and Daviny is not here. So you will present yours, and then I will speak to Daviny, and we will do hers, and I will invite you because I have to teach her how to be responsible. And if you can be responsible, she can be responsible. I spoke to her this week, and she promised me she would be here. So I started to call her, and then I hung up because I said, oh, here she is. We're talking about you. You must have heard me.
Actually, I didn't.
Yeah.
Daviny, it's nice to see you.
So where's your family?
I think they're joining. I'm not sure.
So, okay, you're going to do your presentation without them?
Nietzsche.
Okay. I will record it so you can show it to them later, okay?
Okay.
And I'm recording this right now. So, Vrushti, I'm sorry, could you introduce your family again?
Okay, so Rasiklal Shah, they're my grandparents, and they're living in India. The Raj Shitya one over here, they're my family that's living with me. Ridan Mamta Parag, they're my aunt, uncle, and cousin who live in Philadelphia. The Shrina Gala, they're my cousin and aunt who live in India.
Welcome all. So I have been with Vrushti, 3 or 4 years? 3 years. 4 years. How many?
I don't know, 4 years?
4 years. And I've watched her become a young lady. So go ahead, Vrushti, you're first. Show us your family.
Okay, let me present. Should I present my presentation?
Yes. Or you want to talk and introduce your presentation? Whatever you want to do.
I can't present. Can you let me present?
Yes, I'm sorry.
So can I do a little explanation of why I'm part of this great call?
Oh, yes, right?
No, that's absolutely fine. I just, I'm wondering if people were wondering. So I live in Connecticut, and I was in touch with Michelle, who I feel like I've known forever, this summer, to see if, when we were all on lockdown, to see if anybody needed tutoring. And she said, well, I have these two excellent students who don't necessarily need tutoring, but are very capable and gifted and would probably like something interesting to do. Would you like to meet them and work with them? And I said, sure. And so we spent, would you say 2 months maybe every week meeting on Zoom. We've never met it. We haven't yet met in person, but one day we will. And so it was me, Vrushti and Daviny, and we did a lot of talking about family background and some conversations about what traditions does your family keep, what traditions does your family keep, what places and things like this. And the girls each pulled together a presentation about their own family history. They seem to really love listening to each other also, and I learned so much from each of you, so much. So that's just why I'm here, and I'm excited to see so many people on this call, and I'm excited to hear. Okay, it's all yours.
Well, wait a minute. With you being said, I did not introduce myself.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that, well, I want Vrushti to introduce me.
You want me to introduce you?
Yes.
Okay, so Miss Michelle is someone who coordinates really awesome programs for teenagers and younger kids that are females to participate in, and she really helps lots of young girls find interest in science and math and STEM. She's also a really good mentor and a very fun person to talk to.
So what that means is I act crazy with the kids while they learn through experiences. We do not teach on a classroom setting, right? We do things and go out into the community and do projects. Now, I just want you to know I'm talking like this funny because I had a stroke. So bear with me. I can talk, but very slowly, okay? So, Vrushti, hit it.
Okay. Okay, can you see my presentation?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So, Family Book by Vrushti Shitya. So this is a letter. This is what we started with, was a letter to her great-great-grandchild. So to sum up this letter, I was just writing about how my life is right now with quarantine and my experiences, as well as how I'm learning through online school and all of that. That's what I was writing in my letter. And then I tried making a family tree, but so here's 2 family trees. One is my grandpa's and one is my grandma's on my mom's side. Should I read it?
Well, we can't.
There are so many names. I don't know if I should read it.
Well, you do a summary.
Okay, so my grandpa has 8 brothers. And 7 brothers, including him is 8, sorry. And they all have like a couple of children. And then
a couple of children.
With my grandpa's family, I have about 50 people, and then my grandma has 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and I have about 30 people on that side. And then this is my family tree on my dad's side. My grandpa had 3 brothers and one sister, and then my grandma has 3 brothers. Yeah, and so I think I have around 50 combined with them both. And then so I did an interview with my grandpa, my maternal grandpa, and his story is pretty unique because they used to live in a joint family. So and a joint family is like all of the people, like every brother, sister is living together in one house. And his father was the eldest, and he had to take care of the family at a very young age, and he had to come to Mumbai looking for work because from the village called Bidra, because he was trying to look for a work to support his family. And in Mumbai, he became a laborer before he started running a shop. They had 2 shops, one of textile, another of grain. But they had to sell the textile shop because of a family dispute. And my grandpa, he was a 10th grade dropout because when he was in 10th grade, he had tuberculosis and couldn't take the final exam. But he was really like smart and hard worker. So he, along with another of his brothers, grew the business of their family, his grain store, and till this date he still owns that grain store, and that's really impressive.
It really is.
And my grandma, she was born in Yangon, Myanmar, because her family had to her family had immigrated to Yangon, but her and her family had to move back to India during the Chinese-Indian War. She was left in Kutch to go to school because her parents had to look for a job or shop to run. And when they found a shop, they reunited the whole family in Chennai, which is in the south of India. In Chennai, she finished a major in chemistry and got married to my grandpa and moved to Mumbai in a joint family. She gave birth to my mom and uncle and ran a household of more than 10 people. And she was a really good tutor and mentor for my mom and uncle, who never had to take extra classes because my grandma would always help them. So this is a small map of India, and the red part is where Kutch is located. And my mom's side of the family is from a village called Bidra, and my dad's side of the family is from Vadala, which are 2 different parts, like little cities or villages in Kutch. Yeah, and from there, and then this is a little map of Myanmar and India, or Yangon. So yeah, and these are a couple of pictures. So the one where with the old lady, she's my great grandmother.
No, great
Grandmother, and she really likes ice cream. So I remember this. She's 94, and I remember this when I was younger. When I went to India this winter, she was eating ice cream, and everyone was joking around her to take a oath not to eat ice cream. And so she was like, I will continue eating ice cream till the day I die. And that's what I found really like cute and awesome about her. And the next picture by that is a little like family tradition that we have, is where we all sit in a line and have people put coconut oil in our hair and massage our hair. And we do it turn by turn. And we do it every turn by turn. So the people on top would reverse after everyone on the bottom was done. And then the one on the bottom is just a picture of some of my mom's cousins and my aunts, and some of them are my cousins as well. And here's another picture. So this is a picture of my grandma and my grandpa when we were going to a wedding in India. And the one below that is a picture of some of my cousins, some of my uncles, some of my aunts from my dad's side, in a family portrait when we were at a wedding in India. And then here are some pictures of the pilgrimage that we had took to visit some temples in Kutch when we had gone to India. So we have, this is some of the gods that we worship.
She's our guardian.
So the one on the bottom right here is our guardian angel, and the one up there is her brother. And then some traditions that we have as a family is that we go to the convention center and play Garba and Dandiya, which are traditional Indian dances for prayer. And so here are some pictures of what our Navratri looked like when we were in quarantine. So, but the one on the side over here is a picture of some place that I had gone to in India, which was hosting something similar to Navratri, but more of like a dance party for the wedding. And then another big thing that my family celebrates is Diwali, which is like a festival of lights. Many traditions celebrate this. Like some of them celebrate this because it's when one of the gods come back to the kingdom after exile. Another reason is because it's defeating the evil and good is winning. And for what we celebrate this is because our primary deity reached godhood on this day. And also we have a couple of weeks in a year where we fast and pray, and it's called Pajoshan. Yeah. And on Diwali, we also do a big celebration at our house because it's my dad's birthday. My dad was born on the day of Diwali, but it changes every year, but we still celebrate his birthday on that day. So here are some of my favorite Indian sweets and snacks. The diamond ones are called Kaju Katli, and the ones over here are called Pista Kaju rolls, and the Kaju Katli and the Pista Kaju rolls are made of cashews, and the Pista cashew roll is made out of pistachios. And then some of my favorite snacks are chakri, which is made out of rice flour and you fry it. And the one next to it is called chora fari, and that's more like a puffed crispy thing with chili on it. These are my favorite Indian sweets and snacks. And then we also did a little celebration of Diwali this year. And so here are some photos of me and my family celebrating and praying during Diwali. And then I just want to show a little presentation that I had made for my school on Mehndi. Let me.
What is Mehndi?
I'm gonna. Okay, let me go to. Okay, let me present. Okay, so Mehndi by me. So Mehndi was originated 9,000 years ago in ancient Egypt because they had used it to mark the dead people, and it was found in like little of their tombs. And when Mehndi was first discovered, it was not used to apply for decorative reasons. It was more used as medicinal because it had this cooling effect that that was really good for burns and other things like that. And once Mehndi was used for decorative purposes, it was more used with the poor because they couldn't really afford expensive jewelry. So instead they would adorn themselves with Mehndi. And Lausan inermis or camphor is the plant that henna is used for. This plant is also used in some medicines that can treat rashes, boils, minor burns, cuts, leprosy, and headaches. And down here I have a little like way you can like make your own Mehndi. And my grandparents actually told me that this is what they used to do in Kutch when they were making their own mehndi. So first they would pick the leaves and then clean them. Then they would grind the leaves till they got a good paste. And then they add a little bit of water to make it more pastier. Then and then sometimes they would powder the leaves and add lemon juice and eucalyptus oil for a better result of color. Mehndi in India is really popular because lots of brides wear it for their wedding. And there's this popular saying that the darker the color of mehndi that comes out means that the more your husband loves you or how well you'll get along with your mother-in-law. And then here are some popular mehndi designs. They usually have some aspects of flowers, swirls, petals, dots, checker patterns, and lines. And some bridal mehndi actually has tiny pictures of like a bride and groom. Or sometimes girls would put their husband's initials, and there would be this little thing that they would do. They would look for the initial in the whole entire hand. And that's like a game. And so these are a couple of pictures of the mehndi rasam that I had attended during my cousin's wedding in India this December. So here are some pictures of those. She had got in her hands done and her feet as well. And she was really, really exhausted because this process was about it was spanned around 2 days. And then here are some more pictures of the actual rasam where we got to apply our own mehndi. So this is my sister getting mehndi applied to herself, and this is me and my uncle, and then down there is my dad. And then we also attended a different rasam for my uncle's wedding, and these are also other pictures of that. And that's it.
Excellent.
That was great.
I cannot. What grade are you in?
I'm in 8th grade currently.
So that means you're 13, 14?
Yeah, 13.
13? I know adults who can't do what you just did. Right, Edna? Edna, you
Absolutely. Sorry, I was muted. Yeah,
we go
absolutely.
to meetings and adults cannot do that. It was excellent. I would love to go to an Indian wedding now because I will understand what the traditions and customs and everything means. And the food, oh my God, looks delicious. Now, I have some Indian friends, and your weddings are for days.
Yes.
Wow.
We usually have a 5-day weddings, and they have different parts. So the mehndi rasam is one part. Then we have a sangeet sandhya, which is almost like a dance party. And then after that, we also have other pre-wedding rituals and then post-wedding rituals. And then the actual wedding is a full day thing. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, when I was in India, I had to attend 3 of those, and it was so exhausting.
Well, that I can see, yes. So, now Daviny is our other presenter today. Daviny, are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, sure. I can't.
Okay, Vrushti, give me back, or give Daviny, make Daviny the host. You right-click on your name in your picture. Right-click on your name in your picture.
Is it supposed to give me some indication that I'm the host?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Is it supposed to give me like some indication that I'm the host when she
Yeah,
messages?
we're trying to make you the host now. Hold on, honey.
Oh.
I can do it another way, I think.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Which one?
This one.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, hold on. Okay. So, hello everyone. My name's Daviny, and this is my family heritage book. But it's not really a book, just like one. But so the first thing that I started with was the Akan Day name chart. So in Ghana, we have this chart that for every day, like if a kid's born, let's say on Monday, they'll get a female or a male name with their English name. So like I was born on a Saturday, so my name's Emma with Daviny. So here's a little bit of information on it. To sum it up, there's like different, if there's multiple kids born on the same day, then they'll get like a different, kind of a different name. Like Manu, Nesa, and Anna, those are for males. Yeah. So here's a little bit about my family. So I have I have a family of 4, including me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. So me, Debbie Ann McLeod, Sheldon, my brother, and Betty Bethany. I was this is just a bit of information, but I was kind of thinking I might change my name to my mom's last name because it sounds cooler. Well, to me it does, but so both of my grandfathers have died. So and I never really spoke to any of them. So I wasn't really too hurt when they died. But my mom's mom, when she died, I was going to interview her, but she died like a while ago. So I was really sad when she died, but it's okay. I was also really close to her too. So she actually was going to come live with us in America like 2 weeks after she died. So like if she still lived, it would have taken like about 2 weeks for her to like come here, not for her to get all like her green card and stuff like that. Because my mom was like super excited about that. Yeah. So I've seen pictures of her, and she was really pretty, and I've talked to her on the phone, and that was nice. So I have multiple aunts and uncles. Well, I have 1 uncle and 7 aunts. So aunts. So my dad has 4 sisters, Felicia, Winifred, Josephine, Betty, and Loretta. Felicia is the oldest one, who's a year older than my dad, and the other 4 are younger than him. My mom has 2 sisters, who I really like. Their names are Beatrice and Raina. And my mom also has a brother, and his name is Uncle Yao. So I do have other aunts and uncles, but they're not really related to me in any way, shape, or form. So since I have only 1 living grandmother, I interviewed her, and she also came here. So this is the interview of my father's mom. Her name is Rebecca. So she was born in, I forgot how to say that. So she was born on July 5th, 1958, so like quite a while ago, almost a century old. She hasn't really, so she didn't move here, she just came to visit. So for her job, she was a teacher, like teaching little kids, and like she said it was really hard because like they're little and like there was not very much pay and very challenging. Uh, she was a farmer too. Like she gained money from it. It was hard. She said it was a long walk from her house to the. Sorry about that. She said it was a long walk to her house, from her house to the farm, and she had to work in the sun all day, which she said it wasn't really nice. Question 5. She said that. Well, sorry. She. I asked what was it like to immigrate to America. Was it hard getting used to the American culture? So, like I said before, he hasn't really moved. He's like she still has. I don't. Yeah, she still lives in Ghana, but she just came to visit here for about 2 weeks. So she said getting a visa and adapting to the American culture was the hardest. And also, she doesn't like a lot of the American food here either. So so when she moved, she only knew my dad and his sister, and she made friends by going to church, which I think fits a lot with her. So she did. So why she decided to move to the U.S. She didn't really move. She's still visiting. She just wanted to visit my dad and his sister, my aunt Josephine. So how did she survive in a new country? She started sorry. She talks to people in Ghana, and that had lived in Ghana, like through church, and they kind of like explained a little bit to her. And she also moved in with dad, so he could help her with stuff. So she she had a pet. She had chickens and sheep, which my dad told me, which was like really rich for that, like in Ghana. So, last question. What was the difference? What differences do you see between your native country and the U.S.? So, in Ghana, there aren't many paved roads. So she said in the U.S. is beautiful. There's paved roads, continuous electricity, and safety. So here's a picture of my dad's family. I couldn't really find one of my Polish mom's family. So there's here, that's my grandfather. He died like 2015, I believe. This is only 3 of his sisters. That's my dad, and then that's Rebecca, my grandmother. So here is my dear great grandchildren of mine that I will call William and Sarah. And I was just talking about how it sucks living in a time with coronavirus, and I also pointed out that my birthday was a week before, was the week that my school had spring break, and after spring break, we just didn't go back to school, and I just thought it wasn't a coincidence that something might have happened. And I kind of feel a little bit guilty for that because it was my birthday, but I can't control it. So I talked about how our social lives have deteriorated. Like I was scared to call one of I was scared to call someone the other day because I haven't had human contact in a while. And I just thought that I just explained how it is annoying being in the house all the time, but it is kind of comforting because you're at home and you can have bed in class in bed. And but the worst part is about coronavirus is that you can't have a snow day or be sick one day because you can still join because all you need to do is turn on your camera and participate. So there was a lot more that I could have written and I might add to it later, but I just ended it off kind of questioningly. So I'm like, they have room to decide if 2020 was a good or bad year, because I know for a fact that there's going to be way worse years than 2020 in the future.
No,
Maybe not in my lifetime, like maybe in three centuries in the future. But yeah, and so here's the site that I got the chart from, and yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, wonderful. See, what I loved was how different the presentations were. I did not know what to expect. You both have made me proud, and you both did a great job. Now, Daviny, I'm sorry, but I'm not old.
Did I call you old? I'm sorry.
No, you called your grandmother old and said she was born in 1958.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I want to tell you, we're not old. We're older than you, but we're not quite old yet.
Okay.
Your parents will understand what I mean, and your family will understand. But you both did a terrific job. I couldn't ask for more. Edna, what do you think?
I am so impressed with both of you and so pleased to learn even more than I knew about your cultures and your family and your background. And you both explained everything so clearly. And I think you just both did a really, really lovely job to an international audience. Nice work.
Does anybody want to talk? Yes. Take yours off me. Okay.
Hi, Vrushti. Hi, Daviny. Excellent presentations. Thank you for inviting us and also sharing such rich traditions from your families and from your cultures. I have one question for both of you young ladies. What's your biggest takeaway from this activity?
You want to speak first, Rusty?
Okay. For me, I guess the biggest takeaway was learning about my family's history and culture, because in this experience, I've got to learn a little bit more about where I came from and what makes me me. And that was really good and awesome for me.
I have to agree with Vrushti. There was I learned more about my family than I knew before, and and yeah, it was a really fun seeing how much I didn't know about my family, and the discovery part of it. Yeah.
Awesome. I do have one more question. So the first part was more about, just what you got from learning about your family. The second part is, I'm sure Edna and Michelle might get you to reflect to, but as an educational activity or a learning activity about learning about your families, now that you've gone through the process, you've sort of come to the end, which is your presentation. What would you have done differently if you look back now?
For me, I guess some of the stuff that I did was very last minute, and I would like to have learned a bit more, because just over breakfast, I was talking to my family about the interesting and intricate way how they named me and my siblings, and how my what's it called, astrological sign is different in India compared to how it is in America, and that was really interesting, and I wish I could have added and elaborated more about that as well.
I'm personally not too sure. I might have asked for more pictures, because there's I've seen a lot of pictures, and even if I took a picture of it and put it on, you wouldn't get the full effect of it, which kind of stinks. But I'd ask for more pictures. Time management, because I procrastinated a lot on this. And I think that's it. Thank you for your question, though.
Awesome. One last question. I don't want to take away the entire time, but imagine both of you being in the positions of your family members. You know, you reached out to your grandparents, your mom, your dad, your siblings, cousins. If someone to come to you and ask, um, you know, about the same project, what would you tell them about your family or about yourself? Switch
So
roles.
I have a question for your question. Do you
Yes,
mean like in the future or like if we were
in the
not?
future. Now, this is more like a fantasy question. If
Uh,
you were in the position of your family members, and if someone came and asked you, "Hey, I'm doing a project. I'd love to know something about our family from you," and you could be a grand aunt, you could be, you know, an aunt, a mother, whatever roles that you may play. What would you tell them about your family? What do you want to be known? What do you want your family to be known for?
Um, I would like the future generation to know about the struggles and how much it took for my family just to get to where they are. Because I thought that journey was super amazing and awesome.
um, I'm gonna have to. I might tell them about stories that I've been told or retold multiple times because I forgot about them. I would like to tell them about, if they don't know already, the Akan birth date week thing calendar. That's what it's called. Because I knew that my middle name was Emma and I didn't know where it came from. So if if they know less than I do, it'd be like kind of a cool thing to hand down.
You know, what I thought was really, really cool was the creativity the girls put into this project. Vrushti chose a PowerPoint presentation, which was very good. But Daviny, I thought that a letter to your great-great-grandchildren was amazing. I thought that idea was not something I could have conceived of. This is what I bring out in the girls. They don't know they're gifted yet. They are finding out. And this is how. Daviny and Vrushti are totally different, but they have different gifts. And they showed us their gifts today. Very good, girls. Well done. So anybody else have anything to say? Yes. I cannot hear you. No, we cannot hear you.
Mummy, how about you come upstairs?
Oh, that's a good idea.
May I ask the family a question? What did you think? Did you know what Vrushti was doing? And did you know everything that she presented about your family?
Michelle, that is what I was about to say. So we knew kind of what Vrishti was doing, but in the process, I've learned a lot about my history through her.
Oh,
So,
that's wonderful.
so that was amazing. And I want to thank you both for inspiring the kids.
And we're not going anywhere.
It was a great summer spent.
Great.
Being
awesome.
productive and curating some of the knowledge.
Well, I also know where you get your chemistry from now.
Yes. My mother is an inspiration.
And you know, I was thinking, I want to talk to you. I forget the cooking class. We cannot do that now. So
Right.
I think I will talk to you about doing some chemistry classes with food.
That works. Yes.
We demonstrate some chemistry classes for the kids. They would enjoy it, and Vrushti will be the host.
Vrushti knows a lot of cooking, so she can host it herself.
I know. She will be the host. You will be the consultant to talk about all the chemical reactions, but Vrushti will be the host. And she can get some helpers on her own.
Yeah. So thank you. Really, this was a great idea. And I hope I can inspire both Davini and Vrushti to continue on this journey to explore our family traditions and history. And actually, I like Davini's idea of writing a letter, because once our parents are gone, we've lost that history.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she wrote it because she lost her grandparents.
Right.
Now,
And it's awesome
Not
because
really true.
family of immigrants, so it's good to keep that knowledge active and current.
exactly. Now, did the girls tell you about our club, the Rantettes, that they are mentors for younger girls?
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Aha!
So we did talk about that, and that was my next question. When does it start? Because
Okay.
Vrushti is
Well, now that I've seen these presentations, I think we should start with the girls doing a family tree so we can get to know each other. Maybe not so long and so formal. What do you think, Edna? Edna's idea was this project. I should say this project was Edna's idea.
This was, yeah, thank you. I think that's a great idea to have the younger girls. Daphne and Vrushti are going to be phenomenal mentors to younger girls, no question. And I love that you're going to continue to do something together, because they balance, or they have such different strengths and personalities. And they were so, when we were working, I mean, half the fun was sharing with each other and listening to them share with each other what they had discovered. So I think a family tree is a great idea, and maybe you two coming up with a question or two to ask the younger girls, like, who is somebody in your family that you want to know more about, or who is someone in your family that you are similar to, and why? And that's a way to get to know each other a little bit. And you guys can start with explaining about your families a little bit also.
And then we'll tackle problems that girls face. And I explained to them that bullying does not stop when you become an adult. You will be bullied for the rest of your life because you are a girl. So we are going to develop some skills to deal with a boss or a co-worker who bullies not just a kid in school. We will talk about girl issues that we will decide warrants talking about.
I think that's an excellent idea, Michelle, just because I try telling Vrushti all the time that if you think this is hard, just wait.
Yes,
Wait.
we're preparing them for life.
And she has very strong women personalities in her life that continue telling her how she needs to develop herself. So I think this is an excellent idea to further explore how to actually talk to people and be nice about it. You don't have to be mean or rude, but still get your point across.
Vrushti is very adept at that because she leads by, how should I say, she's not aggressive. She's passive aggressive. She leads by example. She doesn't tell people what to do. She's a different type of leader. Daviny, on the other hand, is still working on her confidence. So she's learning how to lead. So that's why they complement each other. They have different styles. And every style is fine, just as long as it works for you. We don't teach we show you how to deal with situations.
Yes, definitely. I think this is an excellent program you're thinking about because as a professional, I see a lot of college educated women who are just starting out in their careers, how much confidence they lack in a male centered corporate America or any job for that matter, which is a male dominant field. So it is very important to teach our young women the confidence to build on that before they enter the workforce.
Yes. And because you are in that field, Vrushti is ahead of the game. That's why she needs to be a mentor.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, with that being said, thank you all for attending today's presentation, and we will have another one shortly. In 3
I
months.
like that. Let's keep
thank you,
connected.
Edna.
Okay. No, we don't want to lose talking to you after this program's over.
No. In January, you will hear from me about your next meeting.
Okay.
So nice to meet the families and so nice to see everybody. See Vrushti and Daviny again. You guys were wonderful. I'm so lucky to know you both.
And I wanted to say thank you for putting this together. I think I agree with what you said earlier. This is a summer well spent, and we can't thank you enough. Thank you very much for the time and the effort. Thank you.
And thank you, Paris, for having these girls and letting us work with them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy Diwali.
Michelle, can I have can we have the link for the recording afterwards?
Yes, I will send the recording to both families.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
Unedited.
Okay.
Because I'm going to edit it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.